Today our dish is prime rib. This is such a fancy piece of meat, so it's not going to require a lot of work. This is going to be a very simple yet delicious recipe to make. So let's get started. Here we have a 3-bone prime rib. We got the smallest size we can find at the store. This is 9.8 pounds, so it's almost 10 pounds. We also have 1 stick of butter that's been sitting out at room temperature for the last few hours. You can soften your butter in the microwave. We do need it to be softened but not completely melted. And for the seasoning, we will need 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of dried Italian seasoning, and a half teaspoon of black pepper. All we need to do is add the seasoning to our softened butter and mix it really well together and then rub our meat with it. You can soften the butter by placing it on a microwave safe dish and heating it on high power for 5 seconds, then turning it and heating it for another 5 seconds, then turning it again and heating it for 5 seconds until you do this on all 4 sides. While we are mixing the butter with the seasoning, we preheated the oven to 450 degrees. We have to cook our meat at 450 degrees for the first 40 minutes. Then we need to lower the heat to 350 and cook it 15 to 20 minutes per pound, depending on your preferred doneness. So if you want it to be medium well, which is how our family likes it, we will cook it for 20 minutes per pound, which will take a total of 3 hours. Rub the butter mixture all over your meat, making sure that you cover the entire top and the sides. Then turn your meat over and continue rubbing it with the butter mixture. And that's pretty much it. Super easy, super fast. Now we're ready to stick it in the oven. Make sure the prime rib is placed in an oven-safe baking tray with the fat side up. You want the fat side to be up because that will give it a lot of flavor. Our prime rib has roasted for 40 minutes on 450 degrees. You can see how it developed a beautiful crust all over. Now we need to lower the temperature to 350 degrees and roast it for the remaining of the 3 hours. So we have 2 hours and 20 minutes left. But before we stick it back in the oven, make sure that you cover it so it can stay really juicy and soft. I like to cover it with parchment paper first and then put a piece of foil and wrap it really, really tightly. This is what our prime rib looks like after roasting at 350 degrees for another 2 hours and 20 minutes. So cooked for a total of 3 hours. And I know it's so tempting to just cut it and dig in because it smells amazing. But you have to make sure you at least let it rest for 20 minutes so the juices can reabsorb. Our prime rib has rested for 20 minutes and we can't wait to dig in. It looks amazing and smells amazing. I hope this recipe turns out great for you. Please let us know how it turned out in the comment section. For more details, find the recipe in the description box. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.